Welcome back. This is Emma and Will, and today we'll be teaching you how to make our invention called the Rainbow Tunnel Bracelet. For this video, you'll need your loom set up like this, and you'll also need the extra loom line that you can just put away for now. You'll also need your hook and your rainbow loom rubber bands. All right, let's get started. As you see, we have two different kinds of bracelets, and you can switch out the different background colors to make them look different. For this video, we're going to be using a turquoise background and then the same rainbow bands. To make the background as thick as possible, we're going to be using 2 rubber bands, so you're going to need a lot of your background color. You're also going to need to sort out piles of rubber bands the color of the rainbow. Make sure you have those piles ready so that we can do this quick and easy. Here we sorted out all the piles we'll need. Remember when making the outside border, which is the first part of the bracelet we'll be doing, to use double. We're going to be using double turquoise. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is take 2 of your turquoise rubber bands and place them from the first peg to the second peg. From the second peg to the third peg, all the way to the very end of the loom. Here's what it should look like when you've completed the first row. Make sure you only have your middle and right outside row on your loom. The next step is to repeat step 1 on the right side of the loom. Remember to keep your rubber bands doubled up, because if you don't, it will come out all skinny. Now go ahead and push your rubber bands down using the pick tool. This will allow it to be easier to put on other rubber bands. The next step is to take your first color, which for us is red, and lay it from the right peg to the left peg, or the left to right peg. It does not matter. Make sure it's only 1 rubber band. Then you take your second color, which is orange, and lay it from one peg to the next. Keep on going down until you're to the very last set of pegs. If you did it right, this is what it should look like. Alright, let's continue. Now it is time to flip the loom around so the arrow is facing you. Alright, let's begin to start hooking. The next step is to get under this red rubber band going across and get those 2 turquoise. Make sure you got both of them. And it will get loose once you get up here, and try not to let them fall off. Again, on the right, you get those 2 turquoise and pull them up and put them on that. Then you get that purple for us and push it, and you gotta get it over those 2 blues. So over that one, and it should look like that. Then you get under those turquoise right there and get those bottom turquoise that are right there. And you push them away and get those bottom 2. Bring them up to this blue. Get the other turquoise right here, get under that, and bring it up to the dark blue. If the rubber band comes up like this, just push it down like that. Then again, you get this dark blue, which looks like black, but it's actually dark blue, and you pull it over the left one and the left one. Again, you go under these turquoise right there and get this blue rubber band, both of them, and get them and pull them up to the green. These ones, 2 turquoise, get them, pull them up to the green. Then you pull the green down. I'll show you one more time and then I'll skip. You get under those turquoise and get those 2 turquoise and bring them up to the blue. Under the turquoise, 2 turquoise, and up to the blue. Remember to pull those yellow rubber bands right here all the way up, and remember to pull them down. It should look like this so far. Do this until the very end of your loom. If you follow these steps, this is what your loom should look like so far. You can see how I brought those down, and it looks like they're in the middle just floating around. It's loose, and that's what will create this funky bracelet. This is the toughest part of the bracelet. We are now ready to take off this bracelet and transfer it to our 1 line of loom. Alright, so here's how you do it. What you do is you take this and you see the end, you pull that off its peg, and then you got these 4 turquoise and pull them up, and then those 4 turquoise, pull them up, those 4, pull them up, those 4, pull them up, and then pull these ones up, and then pull those turquoise up, and then once it gets like this, you can actually just pull back and then up, up, up. And then we're going to do this into the very last peg. So make sure it does not fall off those 2 pegs, or else your whole bracelet will be ruined. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, 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 up. See how I stopped right here? Because this bracelet is not long enough for your wrist. So we're going to have to make another half. Not an extension, another half. Okay, now the hardest part, the transfer. Now you're going to get your hooking tool and get under on the left. Okay, first you're going to put this extra one right next on the end so it kind of lines up. And then you're going to get under this, all these turquoise rubber bands, all 4 of them right there. And you're going to have to hold the loom, and then you're going to get all 4 of them on your hook and make sure they're all 4, and then you can take it off. And then try not to let them fall off. And then you spread them open so there's a hole and put them on that hook. And then you do the same. You get, here, I'll try to get you to see. Then you get in that hole, make sure there's all 4. Make sure they stay on the hook. Gently take it off. Again, spread it so there's a hole and put it on that peg.
If you did this properly, this is what it should look like so far.
And you will be able to take it off the loom. Keep it like this and don't move it.
The next step is to repeat all the steps you did in the beginning and make another half like that. Gather all your colors once more and we'll show you the steps to take. Just like you did in the beginning, you're going to take your 2 turquoise colors and put the double rubber bands from one peg to the next, all the way to the end of your loom on both sides. As we did the first time, this is what it should look like once we finish this. The next step is to take a rubber band and lay it from one peg to the other. Do this all the way down like you did in the first time. The next thing you need to do is make sure it looks like this before you grab your other piece of the loom and connect them. Here's how you do this.
Okay, so it's basically just like it when we took it off. You get under all those 4 rubber bands and make sure you do it after you flip it around.
So make sure to flip the loom around
before you do it. So push all those 2 rubber bands down, and then you get under all those 4 and get it up. Make sure it stays on the hook. Spread it open so there's a little hole. Put it on that. And get it on there. Make sure there's no rubber bands left. And then you do the same thing. All 4 rubber bands, make sure they don't fall off. Make a little opening and put them on that peg. Make sure it comes off this easily. Now we can start hooking again. So what you're going to do, just like last time, is get under all 4 of those rubber bands, even the red one or orange one, and get to those bottom 2 turquoise. An easy way is to pull this back so you can see it better, and then get under that orange one and all those other ones and lift it up to where its peg is. Then you do the same with this one. Get under all those ones, get the bottom 2 turquoise. This can be kind of tricky, so pay attention.
Make sure you push all the extra rubber bands back with the end of your hooking tool.
Get it up, bring it to there.
This might take you a couple tries.
Again, you bring the purple one over the pegs and down. And then you basically do the same thing all the way to the top. I'll show you 2 more times. You get those bottom 2 turquoise and bring them up. Those bottom 2 turquoise and bring them up. And then you get that blue one, dark blue, around the peg, just like that. One more time. Turquoise, turquoise, 2 turquoises up, and then the green one to there. I'll do it make sure to do it all the way to the end.
Once you finish, this is what it should look like. Alright, now you're ready to take your funky bracelet off the loom. Before you start to take your bracelet off, remember to stop at the last 2 pegs. Alright, here we go.
Make sure to stop right at the last peg so we can C-clip it. Okay, if your bracelet has that in the bottom, you can actually rip it off because you don't need it. So you just go like this and stretch it and rip it because that was just an extra rubber band. So see how it just goes red and then that. So now we can actually C-clip it. So say this bracelet needs 2.
This bracelet needs 2 C-clips to hold it together. Make sure you flip your loom around.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, you're going to see that top rubber band on all those 4, and you're going to you can push all the 3 down, get that top rubber band, and scoot it over. So it's like just right there resting. And then that other top rubber band, make sure you don't get more than 1, and you put it up like that. Then you see those bottom 2, you're going to just like get them and like pull. And if one goes like that and the rubber band goes down, then it's the right one. And then you pull and that one came down. Now you rip those rubber bands. And now you get your looming tool and you push those 2 rubber bands. There should be only 2. And you get in there and push them out so it's easy to C-clip. You get your C-clip and clip it. Make sure both of those rubber bands are on there. Then you do the other side, both of the rubber bands, and C-clip it.
For most bracelets, you can use either the C-clip, the S-clip, or the O-clip. For this bracelet, only the C-clip will work because you need 2 of them to hold it together.
Now, you can gently take it off right there. But now we have to clip it to that side. So, you take it like this and bend it over like that. And you can see how these 4 rubber bands can go to this C-clip because it's on that side, and those 4 go to this. So you get all those 4, and you make sure, and you get like a hole like that, and then you can actually try to put it on your 2 fingers, and then you bend this bracelet over and get the one on the left and C-clip it. It'll be really full, but that C-clip can hold it like that, and then it should look like that right there, and then you get these rubber bands that go to this C-clip. You get them, and you make sure there's a hole, get them on your finger, and then take the C-clip and C-clip all 4 of those rubber bands.
Alright, now you've completed your fun rainbow tunnel bracelet. Thank you so much for watching. Share this with your family and friends. Search Slapface96 to find other videos that we have created.